Tonight, run the equation before you sleep. Dalio built his whole system on one idea. Pain by itself teaches nothing. It only becomes progress once you sit with it and actually reflect on what it's telling you. Pain, unexamined, is just pain. It has to be processed tonight before you let it go, or the day you just survived was wasted twice. Once when it hurt, and again when you let the lesson slide off you unclaimed. The U.S. Army built an entire doctrine around the same idea, stripped of anything soft. After every operation, no rank, no excuses for questions. What was supposed to happen? What actually happened? Why was there a difference? What do we learn and do differently next time? Soldiers run this after missions where the gap between plan and reality can cost lives. You're running it tonight on a day that only cost you comfort. There's no excuse for skipping it. Notice what the doctrine refuses to include. There's no question that asks how you felt about it. No line for excuses about why the circumstances were unfair. Just 4 questions asked in order by anyone in the room regardless of who outranks whom. That's the part worth stealing for tonight. You don't get to grade your own day by how justified you felt in the moment. You grade it by the gap between what you planned and what actually happened, and by whether you're willing to name the gap out loud. Run today through both filters. Where did the day not go the way you planned? And did you actually ask why? Or did you just feel the sting and move on? Dalio's whole system collapses if you stop at the pain. The reflection is the part that turns tonight's discomfort into tomorrow's capacity. And it's also the part almost everyone skips, because it's easier to just feel bad and go to sleep. Rohn named the price of skipping it in the plainest terms available. He put it as a choice everyone makes, whether they admit it or not, between the pain of discipline and the pain of regret, and he was blunt about which one is heavier. Discipline is a weight measured in ounces, regret in tons. Notice the units. One is a weight you carry for an hour during the hard thing. The other is a weight you carry indefinitely at 2 a.m. for the thing you didn't do. Here's the part that should unsettle you. Regret doesn't stay the same size. Unexamined, it compounds. The AR you skip tonight becomes the same mistake you make again tomorrow, and the debt Rohn described keeps drawing interest until somebody finally sits down and asks the 4 questions honestly. The grave doesn't care how heavy the regret got. It just doesn't carry any of it out with you. Every ounce you didn't process stays exactly where you left it, unfinished, unaudited, yours. That's the actual stakes of tonight's reckoning. Not whether today was hard. Whether you turn the hard part into something you keep, or something that just sits there getting heavier. And notice how quiet the whole process is. Nobody hands you a form for this. No commanding officer is standing over you demanding the 4 questions get answered before lights out. Dalio doesn't call you at night to check whether you actually reflected or just felt sorry for yourself and scrolled until you fell asleep. The entire audit is voluntary, unwitnessed, and easy to skip, which is exactly why almost everyone skips it, and exactly why the ones who don't are the ones whose regret never gets the chance to compound into tons. Tomorrow's standard is the specific gap this audit just found, not a general promise to try harder. If Dalio's equation caught you carrying pain you never reflected on, name the exact moment, ask the 4 questions the Army asks after every mission, and close the file before you sleep instead of dragging it into tomorrow unexamined. If Rohn's math caught you choosing the light pain of avoidance over the heavy pain of discipline, say which one you picked out loud, and pick the other one tomorrow already decided, before the day gives you a reason to negotiate. Tomorrow morning somebody else opens with the standard nobody signs, Jocko Willink, Theodore Roosevelt, Friedrich Nietzsche, on the discipline nobody's watching. That's the account they run before sunrise. Tonight's account is this one: what did today actually cost you, and did you process it or just carry it? Discipline weighs ounces. Pay it nightly, and the debt never gets the chance to become tons. Nobody is going to run this audit for you. Not the Army, not Dalio, not Rohn. They only handed you the method. The 4 questions still have to be asked by your own voice, tonight, before you let the day close its file unexamined. Tomorrow, win before they wake.